In the meantime, the IRS is now asking for nearly $120 million in additional funds thanks to the president's health care law, much of which is apparently to pay agents to look over the taxpayer's shoulder. Are these the new jobs that Nancy Pelosi promised this law would create? Ben Ferguson of Icon Radio Network and host of The Ben Ferguson Show is my guest, along with Nancy Skinner, a syndicated radio host. Ben?
Yeah. What a day. I mean, yesterday we got the IRS involved with breast pumps now and reductions, and now we've got 81 new IRS agents that are going to be hired to actually monitor tanning beds. Does it get any better than this? I mean, you know, people strive when they grow up to say, I want to be an IRS agent that actually monitors tanning beds, and oh, by the way, that's going to cost us just a couple $100 million more on top of everything else. The IRS report that came out said this makes a huge challenge to the IRS. I mean, even the IRS is admitting this health care overhaul is such a major challenge to them. They're giving a warning to Congress that this may take several years for us to get up to speed.
Well, is this $120 million, $119 million, Nancy, in the budget for health care, or does this now go to adding towards the cost?
I'm not sure, but whatever Ben said, it sounded scary. It meant nothing. And here's my analogy.
It is scary.
Look back to, Ben, let me finish. When we go back to when FDR put Social Security in, everybody, the Republicans, criticized it, and they had to have IRS agents to do payroll tax, but guess what? It took 50% of our elderly out of poverty. Of course there's going to be overhead. We're going to save $1.43 trillion in this decade and another trillion in the next. What business that only looked at their overhead and did not look at the return on that investment, i.e. a savings of per family, middle class, $3,500, lower class, $15,000 a year.
This is the largest, to state the IRS. The IRS said this is the most and the biggest change they have seen to the tax code in over 20 years. And it's going to cost us hundreds of millions of dollars. And this is, let me finish. Let me finish here. You have a nanny state now with a president that wants his hand in everything from tanning beds and is willing to spend millions of dollars to go after tanning salons, and then wants to have a special code so that women can breastfeed and write it off with the IRS. This is going to cost us millions of dollars that he said it wasn't going to cost us, which last I checked, it's called lying.
Go ahead, Nancy, because that's what the critics are saying. That why should we pay another $120 million to add additional IRS agents to pay for a law that the vast majority of Americans, according to the polls, want repealed?
I will tell you exactly why. Because the vast majority of Americans will save a lot of money. A new report by the HHS is just out that the average family is $3,500. Small businesses, now let me finish, will save $6 billion over 2 years. So you know what? You are focusing. Of course, there's going to be the implementation of this thing. But the fact is people are getting health care and they're not paying for it. I want
no, they're not. They're not getting health care yet. But they're
agents to get the slugs who can afford health care, and they're not paying for it, and I am. That's what the American people.
Here's the thing. The IRS agents are going to be very busy, but very tan. So that's how you'll know when they ring the doorbell who's there. I got to go. Ben, Nancy, good debate. Thank you.
You bet.
Thanks.